Welcome back to Grow Joyfully Home and Garden. As you can see, there's quite a frost out there on the grass. It's about 10:15 in the morning and we have beautiful sunshine. I just wanted to come out here and see what was going on, see if I need to water my seedlings, and have a little talk about tomato seedlings. Welcome to the channel. I didn't get out here at all yesterday. I had a whole bunch of errands to run, and the day just kind of got away from me. But here I am this morning. I get to watch some cute grandkids this afternoon, so I'm going to make the most of my time here right now. I'm having breakfast and having my herbal tea. Today's tea is pomegranate and raspberry leaf and hibiscus and raspberry leaf. It's time to take inventory of my seedlings. These are the brassicas. Some of them look like they're trying to get their true leaves. They're still not big enough to transplant, but they're getting pretty leggy. I don't know why the cabbages are not germinating. There's 1, 2, 3. And I really like cabbages, so I think I might have to replant those. There's still plenty of time. The peppers are not showing themselves at all yet. They're the ones that I planted first on the 12th of January. So I must show patience. They do this to me every year. You almost feel like you just want to forget it and buy peppers from the store, but I will persevere. There's another beetle, dang him. Oops, I just flipped him into the onions. There's a couple of onions here, a couple back there. No eggplant yet. Things are moving slowly. I have to show you this though. These are my daughter's dahlia seeds. She planted these from seeds. I'm just so amazed and so impressed. They look really good. Now to the most important seedlings, tomatoes. I'm going to put some more water in the bottom of their trays. We're going to try a different way this year, and that's from watering from the bottom. And I'm going to see if there's any difference. Honestly, I do okay watering them from the top, but my daughter encouraged me to try this method, so I'm going to. The Golden Jubilee looks good. Cherokee Violet. There's 1 Rutgers, 1 Green Zebra, and 3 Triple Crop. The German Pink seedlings are looking very good. Okay, so I wanted to discuss tomato seedlings. And one of the reasons is that I was watching my friend Gypsy's video on her tomato seedlings, and I wanted to thank her for the shout out, and maybe we can just discuss what's going on in my greenhouse to see if that's what's going on in hers. First of all, you can find her channel at On the Edge of Appalachia. She's a lot of fun, kind of quirky, and I love that. And she knows how to crochet, she's gardening, and she does all these things with a very hurt leg, let's put it that way. She's had some tough experiences, but she's still going, and she's quite spunky, and again, I love that too. So back to tomatoes. She said she had trouble with them last year, growing her seedlings. And I get it, when you spend time and money and, let's just say, love on growing these seedlings, you're disappointed when things don't work out, when they don't grow. Now, right off the bat, I would like to mention that I think her seedlings, her tomato seedlings, look every bit as good as these. So, Gypsy, I would not worry one bit. I gave you a few suggestions on what you could try to do if you didn't think things were going well, but I think things are going well. I just kind of garden by the seat of my pants. Some of my gardening is experience, and some of it is reading up on it. And most of it, like I said, is just doing, just experience. So these guys look a little rough, poking out of the dirt here. But they all seem to come into their own and do pretty well. These were all planted at the same time, yet look at the Thorburns terracotta. It's doing well, and it's got its first set of true leaves. So it's much farther ahead. The Gazante's headed that way too. So's the German pink. See, I think they look a little pale. Their green isn't overly green. But at this stage, I'm not worried about it. I think you should just let them grow and not worry about them. And then when they get bigger, like I think today, I might pot up this one here that has its true leaves. And I'm going to keep an eye on them. Most of them make it when you transplant them, and some won't. It depends on how much root you get out, how strong the seedling was, on and on and on. But the best advice I can give anybody is to not give up. It's still early enough in the growing year to replant. You could probably replant clear up to, I don't know, end of March maybe. If you read on the back of the tomato package, they only recommend that you start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. So there's plenty of time. This last year I could have planted my tomatoes out, I really think, just after the first week of May. But the saying goes around here that you don't plant anything out until all the snow is off of Schaefer's Butte. And it was not off Schaefer's Butte, but it didn't freeze. I would have been okay. And I usually plant enough tomatoes and then some to risk having them freeze and die. So this year it is my goal to plant them out much earlier, at least part of them. I think that potting soil can make a huge difference, or should I say potting mix. I had to buy all sorts of different kinds and work with it until I finally found a mix at our local farm store that has their own brand of potting mix. And it had few sticks in it. It seemed to agree with my seeds, and so that's what I stick to. That's what I use. I mix in a little bit of peat moss. I know there's a lot of peat moss in it already, but I mix in a little bit more so it's a little bit easier for the seeds to germinate and push through the soil. And I also mix in some vermiculite and perlite when I have it. So that's kind of what I do with my potting mix. One thing I wanted to cover was hydrophobic and anaerobic soil. Hydrophobic soil is when it is so dry that all of the bacteria, the nutrients, and everything is dead in that soil. And the soil is unable to absorb water. And it beads off and kind of runs to the side. So the fix for that is you could add things like compost tea, worm casting tea. You could add any amendments, compost, anything alive, anything organic. You could add some organic fertilizer. You can let it just set in water until it starts to soak it up, but you need to get something that's alive in there because pretty much your soil is dead. But it's not dead forever because, like I said, you could add things and bring it back to life. So that's hydrophobic soil. And then anaerobic soil is where you've watered it too much and all the oxygen is depleted because it pretty much drowned. It's foul smelling. It will cause root rot in your plants and cause your plants to yellow. So there's a danger of overwatering and underwatering, and I'm pretty sure you can all figure out a happy medium in between there. But I just wanted to go over those two types of soils and their conditions and what to do about it. And obviously with anaerobic soil, you would want to get if your plant is setting in something, obviously not just the pot, but say if it's setting in a tray, You want to get it off that tray and onto a clean tray and just not water it for a while. You're going to have to watch it. Your plant's roots might rot anyway, so you're just going to have to watch it and see if they can recover. But the best thing to do is to get them out of that water source and let them start to dry out a bit. Not too much, you're going to have to watch it. So those are two types of soil problems that I wanted to cover. Another thing I wanted to cover is the fact that I have, believe it or not, ordered some more tomato seeds. Yay! I know, I'm crazy. My name is Sherry and I have a problem. I love tomatoes. I love to grow tomatoes. I love to dream about tomatoes. I love to pick them out of the catalog. I love to eat them. I love to put them up and process them. I love tomatoes. So I ordered more tomatoes. It's pretty rare for me to order any type of seed other than tomatoes. And believe it or not, I get most of my brassicas and different things from the dollar store because I just don't think about it when I have a catalog in front of me. But I have ordered from Baker Creek Rare Seeds, and I've ordered from M.I. Gardner. Those are my two favorite places. I don't know if it's because of the weather, because Luke Marion from M.I. Gardner has posted some crazy shorts about how the wind and the snow and everything is just blowing and he's trying to do things. So it could be the weather, but the seeds, I've ordered twice from him, and I've got neither package. So that's a little bit frustrating, but because of the earliness in the year, I have plenty of time and I don't need to panic. But today, ta-da, we have a package from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I have chosen to open it with you. So here we go. Let's see what they have sent me. I ordered from them twice. Are you surprised? Are you surprised, my friends? Look. Okay. New tomato. Never grown it before. Tomato brown sugar. I just had to. It's just gorgeous. Oh, look, I got two of them. Cool. Okay. This one is an indeterminate, and it takes 95 days. It's a Russian heirloom with a silky texture and a smoky, complex flavor. Black tomatoes are famous for their rich, nuanced flavor. This is a 5-ounce globe-shaped tomato, and it does not disappoint. So it doesn't look like it's very big, and this suggests to start growing it 6 to 10 weeks before the last frost. So it's a good thing we got them. So there's those two beauties. Love them, love them, love them. Oh, look at this one. Queen of the Night. 80 to 90 days. It's a mid-season tomato. It's a salad type, and it's purple, blushed, richly flavored. It's only 3 to 3.5 ounces, and it has brushstrokes of indigo on its shoulders. Wow, that looks very cool. So these dearies did not say whether it's indeterminate or determinate, but I'm assuming it's indeterminate. Let's have another look at that one. Okay, these are upside down. Wapsipinicon, I hope I say that right. Wapsipinicon peach. This looks like a small one. It's an indeterminate, and it's an Iowa heirloom named after the Wapsipinicon River. They're small 2-inch fruits, and they're fuzzy like a peach. Okay. Complex, spicy flavor, very fruity and delicious. So we'll have to see about that one. Kind of furry, I don't know. Sunrise Bumblebee, cherry tomato. I ordered it because of its color. Luminous swirls of reds and oranges inside, the oblong cherries, and out. Sweet, fruity taste. Well, that sounds good. I have grown these before, and I needed to reorder them. Blue cream berries. They're so beautiful. They're little cherry tomatoes, and they are stunning. They have cream amber cherries with purple blue splashes on the shoulders. Delicate, complex flavor, prolific. Yes, so I'm glad I got some more of that seed. Now I've heard about this. First from Jess at Roots and Refuge Farm. She was the one who lit a fire under me and gave me my love of tomatoes. I eagerly look forward to still hearing about any videos she has made about tomatoes. But I've heard a lot about this, and somebody, and I've forgotten which one of you, just recently ordered it. I don't know if it was Gypsy, Heather. Anyway, one of you, please remind me if you've just recently ordered this, but I've heard a lot about it. It takes 70 days, and it has superior flavor, and it has massive trusses of pink purple cherries with a smoky blush. So that sounds kind of cool too. They need to put down whether they're indeterminate or determinate. Please do that. Baker Creek. Here's the Amish paste. Love this tomato. I've grown it. It's very big, lovely paste tomatoes. You could just use them for anything. So I'm glad I got that. Pink Fang. This is the free seed that came with the order. Pink Fang. I wanted to try those, but I never ordered them before, so that'll be fun. There's my ordering information. More free seed. Lettuce, Landis Winter. Ooh. An incredibly cold, hardy classic, Pennsylvania Dutch winter lettuce. Of the now extinct 1700s variety called white tennis ball. From the Roughwood Seed Collection, one of the most frost-resistant lettuces known. Superb for winter harvests. Okay, can't wait for that one. And then I had to get this. Black strawberry. It's a cherry tomato. It looks like a large cherry tomato. 1 ounce fruit. Only takes 60 days. It's marbled blue, scarlet, and gold. A bowlful resembles a luminous bunch of gems. And the flavor is decadent and indulgent with perfect sweet and tart balance flavor. Extremely productive. This looks like an absolutely wonderful variety. But they were so pretty and they're so interesting, and I love to order interesting and new tomatoes, at least one per year, but as you can see this year, there was a lot. So this is my happy order for today. I have 2 more orders coming from M.I. Gardner. I don't know when I'm going to get them. Maybe they'll have to hire a dog sled team or something to get them to me, but anyway, that's all for the fabulous mail call. I really want to get those seeds planted, but I have cute grandkids coming. So the only thing I'm going to be able to do is to take my little shovel and gently loosen up. Be very careful with the root. There's our lovely little root right there. So I'm going to put that down quite deep. Come on, you. And bring the soil up around its neck, trying not to touch the leaves. We don't want the leaves touching the soil because that could introduce soil-borne diseases to the tomato. So I think that's pretty good there. Well, I'm going to have to leave it here because my cute little grandkids are here. At least I got out to the greenhouse and got to rest and relax in the sun and enjoy myself a bit. We got to go through the mail call together, and I potted up my very first tomato of the year. I'm so excited. I'm just going to leave this here so I can remember which kind this is. Thorburns Terracotta. It's a small round globe, terracotta colored. It's an early producer, and it's a good producer, and it's about my 4th year or so to grow it, and I highly recommend it. So you guys have a wonderful day. I don't even remember if we got to finish our tomato discussion, but the bottom line is give yourself grace. Don't panic. It's still early enough that we can replant, and I think once they get to this stage and they get their true leaves and we pot them up on their own, and then try a little bit of fertilizer. Don't forget Krista's yeast fertilizer, and you can find Krista at Simply Just Krista. And she has a fabulous video on the yeast fertilizer, and go easy on it to begin with because they're just little. I've also heard that you don't fertilize the same day that you pot up your plant. So give your plant a day or two, maybe even a week, to settle in before you do fertilize it. That's just another tip. Thanks for checking in today. Thanks for all your love and support, and we'll see you on the next video.